There we go. Live. Everybody's on board. Good morning. Size, yes. How many times you guys can watch the same thing before it gets too boring for you? I don't know. I have no choice. It's got to be done. Our printers really are pumping away, you know. They're working hard, all of them. Part of the reason we're seeing me do so much of the sizing recently is because of the construction downstairs. In the last year or so, Aoyama-san and I have been sharing the sizing work. You know, we've been using our machine here, we've been sharing it. But he's now, every day that he's here, he's downstairs. He's on the first floor. He was painting and plastering yesterday. So as a consequence of that, all the sizing work recently is falling on my end. So I'm just keeping busy up here sizing each morning. Almost every morning, some evenings, and he's spending most of his time downstairs. I won't be cooking it on camera this morning. I cooked it about an hour ago. Set it up in it. So we've got 3 liters today because I have a lot to do today. There's going to be 2 batches. You just saw me cut. No, I just cut the 15 sheets of the big Takenaga paper. $25 a sheet. I just cut 15 sheets of it in half. Staggering amounts of money, you know. So there's 30 sheets here. Now the 30 half sheets. I'll be sizing these. Then I'll be hanging them up and coming back, and then I'll be doing a batch of paper for the Great Waves. That's a different dimension. That'll be this paper here, which is enough to do 2 Great Waves. But my brush isn't big enough to do the whole thing, so again, we'll be cutting it in half. Maybe you can see this paper is quite a bit thinner than the Takenaga paper. Maybe you can see things through it, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, enough. I have a ton of this to do today, so I have got to get going on it. It's wonderfully soft in this condition, you know, it's so delicate, kind of fragile. Just tape the first sheet down so it doesn't slide. We've talked about this before. When the brush hits the first sheet, sometimes the sheet pulls and slides on the board. Also, we've got a non-slip pad underneath, so the whole thing doesn't slide. I can just concentrate on the paper itself. All right, what else do I need to do? Have I forgotten anything? Paper's ready. 30 sheets. That's ready, that's ready. Brushes here. It's been cooking now for over an hour, getting warmed up. Temperature set, 60. We have 3 liters in here. I don't think I can move this without destroying it, so just whatever, there it is. We'll move the camera later on when I'm nearly finished. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. To warm up the brush, it's a bit hard after being sitting overnight. Knock off, bend. Hey, away we go. Good start. Someone's asking about the bristles. It's yagi, goat. Goat hair. So they tell me. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference, I think. But the printing brushes we use, the small brushes you see as rubbing out the pigment, that's horse hair. This needs a softer, finer bristle. This thing has to carry a lot of liquid, so it's a soft, fine bristle, and it's goat hair. We've talked before too about this. We don't have enough good big brushes now, so we've made our own large brush out of 2 smaller ones. Aoyama-san did this. Does the hair come off? I don't think so. We don't lose much of it. I mean, when the brushes get really old, they start to shed, and then we push them aside and use a new one. For the printing brushes, the horsehair is quite coarse and thick, and if our hair falls off the printing brush when we're printing, it makes a mark on the finished print. But these hairs are so fine and delicate. There may be some left here and there, but they don't even affect us. We would see it at a later stage when printing and pull it off. It's not a problem. I wouldn't even call it bristles, it's hair. Yeah, very nice, very nice. a bit too hard there. As I mentioned at the start of the stream, there's 2 batches of paper that's happening today. This is the first batch of paper for some Ukiyo-e Heroes prints. When I finish this first batch of 30 sheets, I'll be going to the paper stock behind me getting some more. That'll be for the Great Wave. And I'll talk about that. We got a batch of paper on, what's today? Saturday. Thursday, a batch of paper arrived from the paper maker. And we can have a look at it and talk about it. That print party, it was a fun party the other day. I'm really sorry about the video quality. I don't know what happened. The router was in the same room as the party, for God's sake. I did a speed test. We had good speed. I have no idea why. But that was a fun party. Good bunch of people. I knew as soon as I came in the door we were going to have a good time. The paper I'm doing right now, these sheets are going to be used for. This will be Ukiyo-e Heroes. It'll be the link print, the Hero Rest. Will be 2 of these right here. The next one will be 2 of the Yokai print, a pair and a pair. Below that will be 2 of the Hunger Club postcard size prints. And then below that we got a little bit of wastage, which as we were offering to, to pass out to people who might need it. We mentioned that on stream the other day. Yeah, the rainbow suspenders, yeah. So you have to be careful what you say about people, because you're not supposed to, what's the word? We're not supposed to judge people by their appearance and stuff these days. But, people come up the stairs, they come in the door, and there's all different kinds of people. There's some that are sort of quiet and very straight-laced and serious, and some people that are obviously a bit more, what's the word? Rambunctious and eager to do things and whatever. So, and as soon as those 3 kids came in the door, I thought, this is it, we are going to have fun today. And so we did. So. What's the question? Does the paper get cut before doing the printing? No, of course. I know after I finish sizing it, after I finish doing this, we're gonna hang it up. I'll hang it up. It will dry. After it's dry, down they come. We'll press them a little bit to get a little bit of the wrinkling out of it. And then they go to the printers. And because this is going to different printers, that goes to Suga-san, this is going to Ishikawa-san, that's going to go to Dei-chan, I'm the one who will cut this sheet up. I'll slice it up and give it out to the printers as they need. We've got as part of our software system, we've got a request system. The printers let me know when they're running out, when they're finishing their job. We've got a calendar on our software system, and they punch into the calendar, next Tuesday I'm going to need 60 more sheets, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm watching that calendar every day so that I can keep track of what their requirements are. And I'm trying to keep ahead of them, not so successfully sometimes. So I'm the paper guy, I deliver the paper to them. I was asking about carving. There's 4 of us carving now here. I don't actually do much carving anymore because of all the other things that are going on. I'm supposedly in the middle of the octopus print. Ha ha ha. There's 4 of us carving. I know all the subscription prints these days. This year it's the Loot series. They're being done by our young carver Kawasaki Noriko. She lives in Kobe. She doesn't work in our building here. She's a professional living in her own home doing carving. We brought her back to the business. She had quit. Oh, quite a while ago, nearly 10 years ago, she had quit the business and came back to us 4 years ago. And she's been doing all our subscription prints. She did the Yokai last year and she's doing the Loot series this year. That's not enough to keep a full-time carver busy, so she's also doing Heroes prints. She's the one who carved the blocks for the Serpent Strikes print that was part of our Kickstarter campaign in September, which is being printed by Kubota-san right now. It actually might be finished by Monday, I think. We'll see. I have to give him a call today, see how it's going. That's 2 of us. The 3rd carver is a young man from Hong Kong, Chong-san. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Choi Wan Chong. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's a very, very, very fine young carver. I better not say that too carefully because he might be listening. And he learned on his own in Hong Kong first by watching my videos and stuff like that. And he came here to Japan and he's now studying with Asaka Motoharu, who is the last classically trained carver here. And he is coming along very well. And he did the carving for us for the print of the Last Guardian video game that we issued last month. And he's doing the one Jed calls not Metroid Power, I know, Meteoric Power. Oh, I shouldn't talk. And then 4th is a young woman here in Tokyo. Her name is Yumi-san, Nagao Yumi. She's a member of a family that has published small prints for many, many, many years. Well, I think back to Meiji or Taisho time. They published Senshafuda prints and small things like this. And she's been coming along very well. And she did the carving of our print of the Dragon's Gift, the parody of Dragon Ball, which is also being printed by Kubota-san very soon. So there's 4 of us now, 4 of us carving here. Our problem is not with carvers these days, it's with printers. We don't have enough printers. I'm happy the way this is going today. It's going good. Asking about visa sponsorship. I can't do that. I'm not a company. I'm not a corporation. I'm just a guy. This is all a proprietorship. Our whole business, even though we've got like 20 employees now, is run as my personal business. We're not incorporated. So we can't be involved in any official sponsorships or visa support or things like that. They just don't let us do it. We've tried. We've talked to them. They just basically said, "I'm sorry, go away." You know. We really have to face that incorporation thing pretty soon, you know. We're not sure what to do, become a company, become a foundation, or whatever, I don't know. At the moment, we're leaning towards the idea of becoming a foundation. If we become a company, we still have to figure out who owns the shares and stuff like that. And I'm 66, and you have to think about where you go from here and what's next. And my daughters don't want to be involved. They don't want to be liable for this stuff. And having companies that are owned by the employees is a really difficult thing to arrange in Japan. It might not even be possible, actually. So So one way out is to become a foundation, which doesn't actually have owners. As far as the tax things go, it's back and forth and back and forth. It's sort of like over in America, the tax laws are changing things all the time. It's hard to say which is the best answer for tax. It's not a huge difference. I gotta get that last. The foundation thing, as far as tax goes, it depends on what kinds of foundation it is. They have foundations here that are just general sort of business activity foundations. Then there are some that are, like the non-profit kind of a deal for the public benefit and stuff. And we won't be able to do that. It's far, far, far too complex. We've already looked into it. And the number of hoops you have to jump through to show that you're a public benefit foundation is just beyond what we can handle. We're a for-profit organization. We make stuff and sell it. So, and they know that. No, I've got another one here, I think. Okay, we flipped it, and again, if you notice, I didn't flip it this way, I flipped it this way. So when I start again on this is now going to be, that was the wet side where the brush came down. Now we're going to hit it the other way around. Okay, let's keep this up. So because I flipped it over, the one we're going to start with now, this is sheet number 1. It was number 1 on the first pass, and it's now still going to be number 1 on the second pass. But as I said, we're going back. The brush went this way on the other side. Now it's going to go this way on the front side. And I need less liquid now. I'm going to knock off once, twice, because the paper is already quite saturated. We don't need as much liquid this time. Tease up here, come on. Wet paper there. What's this? All these hellos from Germany. I speak to Germany once a week or so. My brother lives there. He Skypes me now and then. Yeah, talking about which print to recap again. The prints that will be made from this paper, there's going to be 2 copies of the Ukiyo Heroes, the Hero Rest print coming from each of these sheets. There will be 2 long, thin, they were doubled, the Yokai series prints. We're printing back number still, there's still orders. Then from this area, there'll be 2 of our postcard size prints, Hagaki prints. I think it'll be the crane at sunrise we're running out. Then there's a bit of tiny paper left over back at the bottom of it. And I had 15 large sheets, which I cut in half to make 30 of these half size. And as I said, 2 the Hero Rest prints. So this will be enough for 60 of the Hero Rest prints. We're just trying to keep up with Jed's demands for them. He keeps ordering more. I get these emails from Jed, more woodblock prints, please. And he puts a sort of a cockeyed smile on it because he knows we're trying to struggle to keep up with him. It's not Jed that's needy, it's his customers that are needy. They keep buying stuff. These heroes, my God, it's changed our life so much, It's just, I keep saying it, but it's true. My God, it's changed our lives, It put this business from being a struggling little, barely surviving, having a little niche market into being a global thing, Humpton's changed our lives. And there are still people out there who don't know about these heroes. It's really funny, if I can tell a story without privacy, I guess there was a couple that was in here for a print party a week or so, or maybe it's 10 days ago, I don't know, a week or so. Couple with a kid, and they had come from one of the countries in the Middle East, UAE. I don't remember the country name, the Emirates, I guess. I'm sorry, I don't remember. They had actually arranged for a print party last year, and then the travel plans had changed. They'd had to cancel, and they booked again for a print party this year. And they came in and they did the party, and they were kind of a bit restrained people. It wasn't the funny party like it was the other day we did on the stream. Anyway, they had fun. They did the print party. They were happy with the print they made. Their little boy tried hard, and Daddy helped him, and the kid did a little good job, whatever. And after the party, they come out into the shop, and they browsed a little bit, and the lady bought one of the actual quite smallest, cheapest prints we had there, about 1,500 yen. There's some decorative paper left over from the Taisho era. We've got a few sheets of it, and she found that. So they're standing at the cash register, and Kawai-san was ringing up for the print party for the 2 people, and then for this decorative paper. And then all of a sudden the guy, the man, he points over Kawai-san's shoulder at one of the prints we've got on a stand in the middle of the shop. And it's the print we call rickshaw cart. The red suited character riding his little cart around town, And he says, my God, that looks just like, he says it just looks just like Mario. And he's never seen these before or anything at all about it. And he's just floored. What is this? What is this? So Kawai-san points him to the shelf where all these heroes, where all the, Ukiyo Heroes prints are living. And the guy has never seen anything like this before. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And he stands there and he gets 1, 2, goes a bit 3, looks a bit more 4, and he takes 5 of them and goes to Kawai-san and says, here, add these, add these, add these. So within a few minutes, 5 of the Ukiyo Heroes prints have flown out. And it just points out to us again and again, there's so many people out there who still don't even know about these things. And it's never going to stop. It's absolutely never going to stop. Something like those video game characters they're going to be with us. I have no idea how many years they're going to be with us. Generations to come, obviously. And all of those people are potential collectors of these prints. Excuse me here. Someone's asking if it's possible for a custom order, and no, I'm sorry, it's out of the question. We just don't have the production capability to do this. I'm sorry. We're struggling, and I have to say literally, we're literally struggling to keep up with the business that we have. We can't get enough people to print, we can't get enough paper, we can't get enough blocks. I'm really sorry. We would love to have our business grown to a point where we could accept orders, and there's illustrators all over the world who would love us to make woodblock prints out of their work. We could be a much wider based business, we could do many more interesting things. There's no limit to it, but I can't. We just don't have the production capability. I'm sorry. I have no idea if we will ever get to that point. I certainly hope so. And in the interim, get going yourself. And I'll visit the page of fans have set up for this stream and take a look at what they're doing and get started. So, what do you print your own? Print your own. Good, good, good. You're saying I'm not creative. It's nothing to do with creativity. Woodblock printmaking is engineering. I'm an engineer. I'm not an artist. I've said this 1,000 times. You know, you think about it now, if somebody's looking for a future-proof job, you know, all the jobs are being destroyed by robots and software and blah, 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 blah. Everybody's worried about their job being destroyed. If you're a young person watching this and you want a future-proof job, train yourself as a woodblock carver and printer. Put your shingle up. Hi, illustrator, send me your work. I'll make prints from it. You'd make a fortune, whatever. There's so much demand for this kind of stuff. You got to get good at it. You got to get fast, otherwise you can't make a living. But it's doable. And the more and more people that get good at this, the more and more people that are working at it, the more supply chain will come back to life. You know. The reason the tub looks like a gravy warmer is because that's what it is. It's a gravy warmer. That's what I bought to do this job. Near our shop here in Asakusa, about a 3-4 minute walk, is the street called Kappabashi, which is the restaurant supply sheet street, where you can buy everything from aprons to menu stands to gravy warmers to sharpening knives, you name it. Where do we open our Mokuhankan cafe? And this thing will do double duty. Glue in the morning and soup at noon. No, I don't know. Actually, we have two. There's another one at the bottom. Okay, that's the first half of this morning's work. The brush now goes into the hot water side. It'll soak in there. I'm going to temporarily put a cover on the glue side. I have another smaller brush standing by. This paper now gets covered for about 5 minutes before I go and hang it up. And while I'm waiting, let's get the paper ready for the next half of today's work. As I said, there's 2 styles of paper we're doing today. Let's get the paper for the other. This arrived from Iwano-san on, what's today? Today's Saturday, so it must have been Thursday. 2 of these packages. It's 250 sheets and we get a double pack. And this is the paper for the Great Wave print. And I pulled one sheet out of it when we first got it, opened it up, pulled one sheet out. And you've heard me complain bitterly about some of this paper recently, so we really didn't know what to expect. We cracked the first batch here. I said I pulled the first sheet out and it looks very, very nice. There's a minimal amount of bark. Minimal amount of bark. It's really quite clean. There's a few, I don't know if we can see this. If I turn the camera around, let's try this. See if I maybe will break everything. Let's try. Now turn this around to the light. I don't know if it's going to work or not, I don't know. That's it. The paper is really quite clean. It's also cleaner up towards the margin, it's not so much at the bottom. You can see the shade, the cloudy part at the bottom. So they've rocked too much fiber into the bottom part here. There's a few defects. Look, there's a place here where the fiber has clumped. He's picked, what there was a bunch of bark there. He picked out with his needle, he picked out a bit too much. There's a bad clump there. Bit of clumping here. But I'm nitpicking because this is way, way, way better than what we've been receiving in recent years. Going by the standards of 10 years ago or so, this is still awful. But my God, compared with what we've been getting for the past couple of years, this paper is very nice. I'm very happy to see this. It's a bit of a funny thing to say, standards have declined so much. So what I need now is, we're going to take 30 sheets of this stuff. wonder what time it's 8:45. I don't know actually what the time is. We also, of course, a bill arrived for this paper. And the bill was 480,000 yen plus tax. 480,000 yen. It's just shy of $5,000, I think, right? 480,000 yen, just about $5,000, plus tax, plus shipping. But it's going to make a bunch of beautiful prints that will last a long time. I'll cut this here. Let's get this round. What did I do with my knife? Anybody see this? That's the price for 500, eh? The deck you just saw was 250. We received 2 decks, 500 in all. So the price is not so bad, you know, when you think about the cost of the prints that we're going to make from it. I'm not bitching about the price at all, you know. It's the quality. I'd happily pay more, and the collectors would happily pay more if we could get better quality. Absolutely. Cost is not almost not a factor here. You know, it hurts the pocket to pay that much out, but it comes back, of course, when people buy the prints. People keep asking if we should start making our own paper, and it's really not on the cards. It's staggeringly difficult. So the paper craftsmen have been working for generations to get it worked out. It's not something that we can just pick up so easily, you know. That's gonna go on that board. But before I start this, I have to hang up that other paper. Now I gotta hang up the other paper, and that's in the other room. And as those of you who saw me do this before know, that I can't move the camera over without shutting it down. So what I'm gonna do, let's try this. Let's see. I'm going to leave you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to point the camera over to the other room, take the paper through there and hang it up, and you can watch from a distance and chat with yourselves while I do that. What did I do? Did I say something funny? No idea. Hi. Okay, let's try this. Let's shoot the camera down. You can see now that's the paper stock on the left here, and then in the distance is our printer's room. And in the middle distance is the little office room, and that's where we hang up our paper. You'll see me standing over there in a few minutes. Can I zoom in any further? Maybe. That's where I'll be doing the hanging up the paper. So you're on your own for a few minutes while I go do that job. Excuse me. Last night's paper is still there.
There's 5 more.
Anybody still here? All gone home? I don't know. Who knows? Now, looking at the clock, I'm not sure about this. Let's see. Looking at the clock here, I'm not sure about this now. 60 sheets. It's party at 10. Why are you watching a man put pegs on paper? I got socks on, yes. See, Mom, I've got socks on today. It's I know it's a little bit cool here. No idea what's going on. Okay. What have we got here? Yeah, did you see the cup wave? It's got the microphone on it, so I can't, I know. There was a microphone, sorry about that. So, Aoi-Yama-san found it. It's the Great Wave Cup. Not the Great Wave Cup, but the Monofocal Size Prince Cup. Okay, look, it's 9 o'clock, 9:08 now. I know there's 60 sheets of paper to do, but there's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to do this in this time frame. And my problem is once I start, I can't stop. So I think what I'm going to have to do is call this and do this tonight. I just scheduled too much for this single session, so no, there's no way I can do this. There's room out there to hang them up, but I can't do 60 sheets both sides and hang them up before the 10 o'clock print party starts. So I'm sorry, I think I'll have to call it a day here. I was hoping I'd be able to get both done. But to no go. So what we'll have to do, so second stream tonight, should I do that? I hesitate to announce that without being able to confirm that I can do it. But I can't leave this stuff on heat too long before it's in danger of going moldy. So once I start, it's got to go through. I can't leave the thing sitting here. The paper just sticks to itself. So let me leave it at that. I can't do it now, so I'll do it either this evening or tomorrow morning. My bet is on this evening. I think there'll be a sizing stream this evening. But I'm not sure exactly what time. 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's too far away to see. So yeah. So we'll have to do that. We'll have to take a rain check on the rest of this morning's work. I'm sorry. 60 sheets for the Great Wave. There's no way I can rush it. If I do that, I know exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to screw things up. So let's leave it there. We'll have to sign off, and I'll be back either tonight with a second sizing stream today or tomorrow morning. No idea which. Today's Saturday, tomorrow there'll be a stream, Monday there'll be a stream, Tuesday it'll be construction downstairs, I think. Okay, thanks so much guys. Thanks for watching. I don't know if it's been all that interesting. If I were overseas and learning how to do this, I would think this would be very interesting to see this, but as it is. Okay. You come late and stream stops early. You win some, you lose some. That's all I can say. Thanks for watching again, guys. I'll catch you next time. Let's see if we can do that camera into the camera. Is it? If I zoom in the camera, we can play with this for a minute. Right? Let's bring the camera over here. If I find the screen here, zoom in. What are we going to see? I can't see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can see 10 from here, I think, before the resolution goes kaput. Okay. Good night, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.